Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to topic 10.1, Asexual Reproduction in Plants. We are going to look at learning outcome C. Understand that asexual reproduction in plants has important commercial applications. Let's start with vegetative reproduction item 1. Demonstration farm visit. A class takes a learning visit to a nearby agriculture demonstration farm. The farm grows crops such as banana, cassava, sugarcane, Irish potatoes, pineapples, and coffee grounds. The teacher instructs learners to observe how these crops are propagated and discuss why farmers prefer asexual methods for commercial production. Task: identify crops on the farm that are propagated asexually. Cassava using stem cutting. Bananas, they use suckers or tissue culture plantlets. Sugarcane, they use stem sets. Irish potato, they use tubers, and pineapples, they are using suckers and crowns. For coffee clones, they are using cuts. Ginger, they use rhizomes. Sweet potatoes, they are using vines. Describe the vegetative parts used for propagation in each case. Cassava uses stem cuttings containing nodules. Bananas use suckers taken from the mother plant. Irish potatoes use tubers with eyes. Sugarcane uses stem sections with buds. Explain why asexual reproduction is suitable for large-scale farming on these crops. They produce uniform crops that grow and mature at the same time, hence easier for harvesting and marketing. They maintain desirable traits such as taste, size, disease resistance, and high yield. They have faster multiplications rate, enables farmers to plant large areas quickly. They ensure predictable yields and helpful for commercial markets and contracts. They are useful for crops that do not produce viable seeds, like edible bananas. They reduce production time, allowing quicker returns on investment. The cloning ensures consistent quality in high-value crops like coffee and fruits. Discuss the commercial importance of using vegetative propagation in Ugandan agriculture. Sexual reproduction helps farmers produce high-quality planting materials. Uniformity improves packaging, export standards, and market demand. It decreases risks of poor germination since vegetative parts grow more reliably than seeds. Commercial farms use tissue culture to rapidly multiply disease-free bananas and coffee clones for sale. We are now report the class findings in a table or short paragraph. Crops, vegetative parts used, and commercial importance. The bananas, these ones were using suckers, tissue culture plantlets. And the importance was that there is faster multiplication, uniform bunches, and export quality. Then the cassava, these ones, they were using stem cuttings. The importance is that there is quick planting, reliable germination, and high yields. Then the sugarcane. Sugarcane, they were using cane sets. Importance, there is uniform maturity, which leads to efficient harvesting and processing. When it comes to Irish potato, they use tubers. And the tubers, the commercial importance is that they produce identical and high-yielding varieties. Let's go to vegetative reproduction, item 2. We are going to visit a commercial farm visit. Senior 4 learners visit Kawanda Agri-Tech Farm, where crops such as bananas, sugarcane, Irish potatoes, and passion fruits are grown using vegetative propagation. The farm manager explains that asexual reproduction helps maintain crop uniformity and high yields. Task: state any 4 reasons why asexual reproduction is widely used on commercial farms. It ensures uniformity in crop characteristics such as size, taste, maturity period, and it maintains desirable traits from the parent plants without genetic variation. Produces plants that mature faster, thus giving quicker returns for the farmers. It enables mass multiplication of high quality plant material from a single parent. Suitable for crops that do not produce viable seeds, like the bananas. It reduces the risk of poor germination associated with seeds. Explain how asexual reproduction benefits large-scale banana and sugarcane growers. Farmers can multiply high-yielding, disease-resistant varieties rapidly. All plants are genetically identical, resulting in predictable yields for market demands. The suckers for bananas and stem cuttings for sugarcane establish quickly, reducing time to harvest. They allow continuous production, ensuring constant supply for processing industries, like the sugar mills. Help to preserve special commercial traits such as sweetness and fiber content in sugarcane. Give 2 limitations of relying solely on asexual reproduction in commercial agriculture. The offsprings are genetically identical and therefore vulnerable to the same diseases and pests. Reduced genetic variation limits adaptation to the environmental changes. Transporting and storing the vegetative materials is expensive and bulky. Vegetative reproduction, item 3. Let's now look at seed company planning. A horticulture seed company plans to supply local farmers with planting materials for roses, citrus, pineapples, and grapes. The production manager asks the learner to assess why the company prefers grafting, cuttings, and tissue culture instead of seeds. Tasks. Explain any 3 commercial reasons for using grafting in citrus production. Produces trees with superior fruit quality. For example, sweetness, size, and flavor. Allow combination of strong rootstock with high yielding scions. This improves performance. Plants start producing fruits earlier than seed-grown trees. It ensures uniformity in orchard production. Give any 3 commercial advantages of using stem cuttings in flower production. It guarantees pure varieties, matching market standards for color and shape. The flowers mature sooner, enabling frequent harvesting cycles. It allows fast multiplication of scarce high-value varieties. It reduces costs associated with feed importation or hybrid seed production. Describe 2 ways in which tissue culture supports commercial plant production. It produces large numbers of disease-free plantlets, improving field success. It allows year-round production and independent of seasons. It ensures genetic uniformity, ideal for export crops like bananas and pineapples. Vegetative reproduction, item 4. Let's have a class debate. Students debate the role of asexual reproduction in Uganda's commercial agriculture, including crops such as tea, coffee, eucalyptus, and ornamental plants. Tasks: outline any 4 commercial applications of asexual reproduction in Uganda. Production of groundnut tea and coffee varieties with uniform quality. Multiplication of fast-growing eucalyptus for timber and poles. In propagation of pineapples using suckers and grounds. Large-scale production of bananas using tissue culture and suckers. Production of ornamental plants and flowers via cuttings. Explain how asexual reproduction contributes to export crop quality. Ensures crops meet international standards for uniformity. It maintains specific traits which are demanded in export markets. For example, aroma in coffee. Minimizes variation that may reduce market value. It produces stable, predictable yields, essential for supply contracts. State 2 challenges commercial farmers face when using asexual propagation. High risks of disease spread if the parent stock is infected. Requires skilled labor, for example, grafting specialists. This raises the costs. Vegetative material are bulky and perishable. Summary. Asexual reproduction in commercially is important commercially because it provides uniform, high quality and predictable crops that meet market standards. It allows farmers to multiply desirable variety quickly. It maintains consistent characteristics and reduces production time. Therefore, vegetative propagation plays a vital role in large-scale production and agriculture business and food security. Thank you very much for participating in topic 10.1, Asexual Reproduction in Plants. We have been looking at learning outcome C. Understand that asexual reproduction in plants has important commercial application. Thank you for participating. Please visit me at Mugabi Joshua Biology on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.